Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2! We are currently in the slums and heading over to the Copper Coronet for the very first time.
It has been some time since I've been this far south.
You know what I'm remembering, reading about? In Baldur's Gate 2, there are certain things that are time-gated, and they are gated based on the real-time clock, not in-game time, which is bizarre. To compare and contrast, in Baldur's Gate 1, the bit where you get poisoned in Baldur's Gate and you have a certain amount of time to go and resolve that, that is handled, I think you've got 10 days of in-game time to deal with. But I think a lot of the timers for like relationships and stuff like that advances in real time. And this, I'm all recording this the same day, but I just went and had lunch, so the game was paused for like, I don't know, the last hour I've been away. So I guess that's why we got some dialogue right away with Jahira. Or maybe this happens immediately after we get left by the little kid who led us to the edge of the map. Maybe, I don't know. And sometimes since I've been this far south, I recall seeing Gorion here some years ago. He was a bit out of place away from his books, but, seems like can help us speak of the dead lately. I do not wish to cause you any distress if I have. Dead or gone, names of people I barely remember cause me no pain. Do not remember Gorion with sadness despite his end. I mean, I think this is probably fair. For us, you know, for lots of different reasons, we might not have that kind of sadness. Maybe we've just moved past it legitimately. You know, we may be evil, but I don't think we thought ill of Gorion. I think we were pretty happy with our upbringing is probably still the way to consider stuff. And one of the reasons I am going to imagine our character, despite being evil, feels some closeness with Imwyn. Again, Quill over here is not a psychopath. He is just greedy and wants power above others. You know, like, he just wants to be in charge, and he's kind of willing to do what it takes to get there, but doesn't mean he can't have some people he cares about, right? That is good. He would not have wished his memory to cause pain. I like to think the same is true of Khalid. You know what? I like this. I think you're right. It's a shame when the dead take the living with them. That's a very good line. Gorion said he carried much of those that he had died. He wished I would not shoulder such a weight, but if I must, it should be in a sturdy pack and not loose in my arms. So it'd be behind you, but still with you, and would not obscure your vision. All right, I'm metaphor. True enough. You're wise to see as such. My wisdom's not bad. Well, enough of this for now. Talk such as this can get maudlin if indulged too often. I have a good feeling from this, though.
My wings have been clipped.
Yeah, I think we're getting a bunch of, like, time-based little NPC interaction.
Chained and weighted like a miserable prisoner of Earth.
Yeah, it would really suck. Like, when you know, people talk about, like, oh, what superpower would you want, or whatever, and they're like, invisibility or flight. It's like, for me, it'd be flight every time. I want that kind of freedom. What was it like to fly, Ari? Oh, it's so hard to describe. It's the ultimate freedom. Soar above the clouds, become part of the wind itself. I remember I used to be so happy. The clouds are a special place up there. Well, it's like a land of billowing white beauty you can almost walk upon. The only thing is that realistically, you would be so freaking cold. Like, unless you also have a racial, like, immunity to cold, flying very high up would be problematic. I mean, not to mention the whole oxygen thing, but then it takes a lot longer before that's an issue. All right. That it? No one else got... Yoshi, you good? Nothing you need to say? All right. Let's head over to the Copper Coronet.
I will do my best.
I mean, I guess we may as well check these barrels. The barrels out in the streets usually don't have much. Of course, we're going to ignore the beggar. I have no idea what this house is. Let's check it. Oh, it's a bar. Lettinen. Someone just mentioned that name. Where are we? Was there a sign outside? The bar. Hang on a sec.
Yes.
You got the words Copper Coronet. Is this part of the Copper Coronet?
Very well.
Is it a back room?
Done.
Oh, and there's a character here. Ungar.
Your chattering's starting to wear on me.
Unpleasant mood. All right. Sure. Bernie.
I got some cheap
Much
beer
time for
for
talking,
ya.
business usual around here. If you want service, just ask. That is, unless the lady would like something special. Thank you, but no. Tonight I'm fine as I am. Why does everyone keep, like, talking to Jahira? I'm the one who's clearly talking. Oh, that's Haxit! Okay. Can I ask you a question or two? Harmonic kidnap or shadow thieves. Oh, this is gonna be. We can just rest here. This is the copper cornet. Hang on.
You must gather your party
As you
before
asked.
venturing forth.
Hello, halfling woman. This is the door here. There's a slaver guard outside.
Declare yourself.
Okay, there you go. All right.
It shall be. Stay back, or you'll regret it.
Oi, look at the dolly boy. All sacked up like an adventurer. You supposed to be tough or something. But, yeah, a little bit, yeah. I've been reading a lot of stat books, buddy. Watch your tongue, churl, or you lose it quickly enough. Oi, oi! That sounds like a bleating challenge, it does. I have no fear of you, dolly boy. How about it then, eh? You want to fight? Yeah, sure. Fight you want, I'll not back down from it. Here's that, boys. Looks like he wants to fight. No one said he was smart, eh? Yeah, you're the best, Amalus. Oh, Quill, is this really necessary? Can't you just ignore him? So be it. Hey, Surly. What is it? I got me here some gold for a fight, and the loser to be sure. Bah, there's no need to yell so loud, idiot. Fine, I'll have the bleeding pit set up for you. Once it sees your gold, that is. All right then, friend, let's step into the ring, shall we? Sure. We got our gear on? Yeah, take your... Oh, I got the whole party.
I don't like the looks of this.
Shimo is willing.
Yes?
Rawr. Yeah, this is gonna be trivial easy. Well, I think. We got potions if we need be. I mean, I could even, like... Here. Larlax Modern Terrain. Oh, shit. Alright. Alright, you hit a lot harder than I expected. Oh, that includes a... Oh, not a crit because I got a helmet. Right. Do I talk to Surly then?
Consider it done.
What you want?
What is this then? Surly's no mood. Wait, did I get money? Priest Lathander Devotion, It's simple. I'm not simple, and you're about half a second away from a well-deserved skewering, you arrogant troll. Fine. Are you gonna sponsor a match or what? Yeah, how much is what's involved? 10 gold, you get a dog, you fight one of them. No, I'm not gonna do dog fights. Now,
What is my task?
organs are recruitable, yes? Oh, and there's Nalia. Oh,
Anyone willing to hear my plea?
hello.
Anyone? You all know me. I've helped some of you. Is this the thanks I get? I've helped lots of your kind.
Oh, that's right. She's the super privileged one. That thinks, yeah. Yeah, okay. Are you for hire? As a mercenary, I mean. You look capable and hardy, like you've had formal training. Yes, I can probably help you, but I do require ample reward for my efforts, because I need money. You don't even know what I ask, but you wish to know the payment? I will reward you. We must hurry. Cannot guarantee it if my land is looted. Will it help me? Alright, I'll help, but who are we fighting and why? No time! I only hope the attackers have... I mean, it literally would take you 30 seconds. If they have, they breach the inner courtyard. It'd be hard to rout. Plus, I mean, we're good travel time. I don't know. We'll tell you what secrets I can. Perhaps you will be able to sneak in and attack from a more vulnerable spot. Oh, Father's all right. He would not leave. Should I travel with you? I've spent a few weeks slumming, and I'm quite capable of opening the odd lock. I had to pick 3 just to get out of the main keep. Auntie doesn't like me leaving at night, but how else can I donate to the poor and not be noticed? They have pride too, and I really shouldn't be seen with them. Alright, yeah, you know what? You can travel with me. Wonderful. Do you help people often? I've often wanted to get away from the keep and Auntie's rules. She doesn't understand that I just want to help people. You speak as if unaware of the class distinction, and yet your manner exudes it, a sign of immaturity. Perhaps adventuring is not the place for you. Here, I'll mark the location on your map. We should head there immediately. Be careful not to be spotted. I hope everything is all right. Yeah, she doesn't need her backstory. Okay, let's go. So yeah, we get a new party member. Now, I don't know... Mage Thief. I don't know if you're going to be a part of our crew long term. But, is that your... Yeah, that's your custom ring, which isn't bad, actually. And some arrow. Yeah, we're going to want you doing range shit. We might want to buy some more arrows. Well, if Yoshi's going to be swording, Then we can pass some arrows over here. All right, let's do that. Oops. Short bow, yeah. I mean, you have some AC at least, but not a whole heck of a lot. Got to level up here on the mage side. Yeah, so I'm not sure if... Okay, you're human, so you've done the dual class. You were a thief and then classed into mage. Okay. Which is actually a pretty decent way to go. But you're not capped on find traps or open locks. Like, you actually have, like, kind of no purpose on the thief side at all. So, you know, I appreciate that you're mostly just a mage, but the thief stuff I think is doing nothing for you other than giving you some weapon proficiencies at this point. And obviously, more spellcasters, more better. I mean, if you have a full party that's just all spellcasters in Baldur's Gate 2, you're doing well. Baldur's Gate 1, things are a little different. Baldur's Gate 2, magic is superior. But I don't think this is who we're going to want. I have no idea. I haven't looked up the list of NPCs available in Baldur's Gate 2 because I've been trying to avoid spoilers. Again, I've got some memories from way, way, way back when, but otherwise I'm trying to keep it kind of blank. We're going to do that. But I was thinking of talking to Korgan. Oh, yeah, you're self-casting. I was thinking of talking to Korgan here because I think he's a party member that's not on a timer. Whereas Hexit over here is on a timer. And I think Nalia is as well. Actually, I'm not sure. Her quest implies a timer, but I'm not sure if there actually is one. Especially if you just tell you're going to meet her somewhere. But, so I'm going to ignore Hexit for a bit, but we'll pick up Korgan, because I think Korgan is... Maybe not.
For all. I be curious, friends. I'm scouring for a band of desperate men to aid me in a gallant task.
You look like you keep undertakers in brisk trade. Have you the courage and time to tell for a tale? Yeah, we'll listen to your tale. Belly up, comrades, and let Korgan flail the bladder for a spell. Flail the bladder? Oh, maybe it's like a bagpipe reference. A fortnight passed, me fellows and I were in the midst of obtaining an ancient text for our patron when a skirmish visited our midst. Vile words, alas, became a lake of bloodshed. And so it goes, the sacred grimoire never made it to our benefactor's hand, and now he awaits its arrival with zeal reserved for a grog blossom in an ale keg. The scuttlebutt is the pay is handsome and worthy of note, sacks of loot and odd magic. The volume sits not far from here, and the bibliomaniac, he paces the floor in the meantime. Who is this book collector? What's his interest in particular time-worn manual? Pimlico collects books just for the pleasure of collecting. Arcane, bizarre, peculiar, matters not. On hearing a curious map chart or book, he travels countless leagues to obtain it, fearful of entrusting his commission to anyone else. This were his first outside hire. As for the book itself, it no matter to me what lays twixt its skins. I'll not risk knowing I've bled for Elminster's memoirs or Dritz's loblolly recipe. I wonder what that is. It's called the Book of Kaza. Where's the book then? In some hobnail's tomb over the lower crypt of the graveyard district. It's now abandoned, but rumors and half-truths only scare the young and infirm. It keeps the curious away, me guessing. So, the one thing with this is that the graveyard, I believe, is the same place we have to go for Hexit. But what I'm hoping for... I don't know, he's probably in a time or two, but hopefully we've got enough time. Make it out to Nalia's keep, clear that out, then make the trip back here, drop off Nalia, pick up Hexit, go and do all the graveyard stuff simultaneously. Anything I should know about the tomb? Take more than a few shambling bags of skin and stitches to deter Korgan Bloodaxe from King's ransom. Foolhardy jaunt to hive an undead, how could you resist? I think I will join you, plundering this crypt of riches. That sounds really good. Yeah, say I need a rather large amount of gold to rescue a friend, so I'll join you. Drink hail, let us post-haste the crypt and riches beyond ken. I mean, what if I say something takes precedence? As long as we be heading to tomb, no care what you does afterwards. Last race need rescuing from. Held prisoner. Just don't know if you're on a timer. You do have great hit points, though. So, this is a chaotic evil berserker dwarf. 1877 strength. It'd be nice to get you to a 19, but not bad. Lots of constitution. I mean, 100 and 100. If you get +1 con, I think at 20 you get regen. Maybe it's 21. I'm not sure. Still, like, a great little addition. Loves axes. Sounds great. Oh, you get an extra proficiency slot. I suppose... Well, I think we should go with, like, probably 2-weapon style. Just get you dual-wielding axes. Because I think in Baldur's Gate 2, all axes are one-handed. I think so. So we'll go with that. But yeah, you have Grand Mastery in axes, which is a huge amount of bonuses. What do you come packed with? Battle axe +1, you got some throwing axes. Can they stack? Yeah, there's a say. There we go. We'll do that. Splint mail, helmet, small shield. That's not too shabby. What we'll do is we'll move you to the front of the party. We're going to keep you only show as a meleeer. That's going to be fine.
Yes?
All right. Let's talk to this guy. Hanneman, is he the,
You look like the sort who has
a lot
more
of people
than
that
two gold
recruit
pieces
here.
to rub together.
Flaka is known as the richest city in all Faerun, so I knew there'd be adventurers with the amount of coin I was looking for. Would you like to take a look at my wares? Sure. You got some sweet shit. Are you one of the other? Are you the second of the special vendors? Because there's one back in Joaquin's Promenade that sells some high-end stuff. He might be the other one. This might be like DLC or pre-order bonus, something or other, with some fancy things. But we don't have the money for that right now. I know there's a bunch of quests to do in the Coronet, but I'm thinking I'm leaving it later. Let me just talk to this guy.
Strangers!
Yeah.
Perhaps you have more courage than the worms that frequent this pit of corruption. I am Anomen, warrior priest of Helm. What is your name?
Well, I'm Quill. It's a pleasure to meet you. Well met. Speak then. A heart filled with courage should be steeped in cowardice. I mean, we're very courageous, but, you know, not entirely good. Cause for courage, I'll have it in abundance. Trust your accounting is true. Tell me, Quill. Be a force for evil or good? I mean, we're obviously not going to tell him we're evil. We're smart evil is what we are. Of course, I'm a force for righteousness, obviously. Perchance I've found worthy companions. I seek to be knighted the most noble order of the Radiant Heart, and I must prove my worth first. Have you need of a strong warrior? I'm just remembering. You can turn this guy neutral, can't you? Am I getting confused? I have a vague thing in my head that if you pursue his quest, you can turn him neutral. I believe the same thing is true with, oh, what's her name? The Drow cleric who is evil, I believe can be turned neutral. What makes a man turn neutral? Yeah, all right. I'd be pleased to have you join me. You know, yeah, we're still telling the hostages. He'll approve of this. An old friend, not to abandon her. Rescue of a childhood companion. Come then, menu friend. Let's drive towards Imun. So it doesn't feel like you're on a timer. Starting to accrue a lot of frontline fighters. I'm thinking of leaving the paladin aside for a sec. And the reason is mostly because I thought, you know, maybe, I mean, we're going to bring her because it's her family quest. We could drop Aerie for now. Maybe that would be best. I was thinking of bringing her because we want more like fire and acid so that we can burnify some trolls. But she is kind of on the weak side right now. I mean, she won't get stronger unless we bring her with us, but... Huh. We could consider dropping Jaheira. Now, I think Jaheira's pretty good. Generally speaking. We might want to remove some gear. I don't know what she's packing. She doesn't have a magic sling. She doesn't have a magic club. Does she have anything magical?
We must continue our travels.
Put it for now. Yeah, you only made the Coronet. Perfect. You're already here. Are you going to leave and then come back? I guess maybe I should have told you to stay right here. Right, you had potions. You have the pommel, which is fine because we don't need it long term. Do you have any source of fire? Because unless, am I wrong? This is the keep that's like, well, you've got Flame Blade you could cast. It's not the most exciting thing in the universe. But. Maybe we just leave Jaheira behind. Oh, there you go. Just pop back in.
What is my task?
Shall we reform as a group?
Yes.
I would enjoy your company on the road once more.
Let's drop you for now. Now, he'll be cranky if we do evil things, but, I mean, he'll just emote and that'll be it. And you got some pre-spells and things like that. Oh, you're not a paladin. You're a fighter cleric. As opposed to a fighter druid. Sword and shield, warhammer, spear, mace. What do you come packing? Just a regular mace. Some sling stuff, which really doesn't matter.
This is unexpected. I had thought we were closer than simple group comrades. And not that I doubt you, but should I leave the group, I doubt things will be the same between us.
Oh. Now, this might just be flavor text, but it certainly implies in this flavor text that if we boot her from the group at any point, our relationship will change. I wonder if that's true, or if it's just flavor text. Uneasy. Perhaps I will come back and collect you later. I'm assuming it's just flavor text. Let's we just leave Yomisho behind. Yoshimo. Yoshi. Again, I don't like that he doesn't really, or that Nalia doesn't really have fine traps and stuff. Baldur's Gate 2, maybe I should just roleplay. But again, like, I don't trust this, right? It feels like we should have to talk. It's like, no, it's just for a minute. You know, we'll be back when we swim back in town. After we finish Nalia, we're just taking Nalia with us, and then after we're done, we'll have room for you again, because it's an arbitrary leave party. Sounds like... It sounds like it's probably fine, although I'm seeing some stuff related to Harper, so I don't want to read too much. Alright, fine. Let's leave you outside for now.
We must continue our travels.
Split up for now. Meet back at the Coronet. Alright, that's gonna have to be okay. Alright. Whatever. Yeah, just sling for now. Yeah, you're really not very well kitted out. It's probably fine, but it sounds scary. You have acid arrow. You know what? I don't think we're going to have to deal with invisibility. We have acid arrow to kill trolls. Again, I might be completely wrong about stuff. Although I guess that's all you have. Now, Quill's got a lot of options. I could pack some burning hands. Maybe, should I? Should I just be doing the armor thing? I might not need to identify very much. Maybe I should just take my armor off. I wonder if I can give my armor to anything else. We can drop knock. I'll just go with mirror image instead of blur, and then we'll get a couple of ticks of Ag's Scorcher. Oh, we got flame arrow as well. I don't think I'll need this. Maybe we'll make do without haste. We'll keep one haste in case there's a really scary fight. I can stone skin and armor myself and be very tanky, and then nothing else over here. Yeah, maybe I just drop Eerie for now. Ring of the Princes. Let me just steal this and steal that. You can keep your Traveler's Robe. Okay.
On my honor,
Shall we reform as a group? I would enjoy your company on the road once more.
I'm assuming you'll hang out at the Copper Coronet?
I am sure you want to continue
for now.
as we were.
Well, I guess you'll go to the circus. Okay, do that.
Yes?
I know. Decision paralysis is really what's wailing on me right now, but that's going to have to be okay. So yeah, Yoshi, you'll go ahead and do that. We'll get you some more arrows. You're going to do range stuff. So we got 3 range people and 3 melee people.
What is my task?
Of possibly different usefulness.
You! Have you seen my husband? I know he's in here somewhere!
Who's your husband? Ramar. Oh yeah, I saw him leave a few minutes ago. Liar! I know he's here. Has to be here somewhere. Have a look. Ramar, I'm coming for you! I think we'll find him in the back rooms or something. Hey, Geralt, you got a name?
I need some ale.
Morning Lord's blessing. Nobody recognize you. That's because I haven't been in here for very long. It doesn't mean we can't be friends now. Well, I suppose that's true now. It'd be true if you bought Olgera a drink. Here's 5 gold pieces. Give me some info. Oh, I know I certainly do. Wish you all your gender score, and you'd be looking for part of Lettinen's entertainment. Yeah, what are you speaking of? Well, that depends what kind of fun you're looking for, eh? Lettinen here, he serves all kinds, he does. Geralt, my friend, are you sure you should be talking about such things to strangers? I'm sure Lettinen not be minding. Lettinen, you serves all those who have coin aplenty. He has grippers in the back, I hear wagers on. A real fighter, wish blood and all. Geralt, be wary. Oh, aye, perhaps you should be asking Lettinen for yourself if that's what you want, and about a little good coin to myself if I ever indulge. Yeah, here's another $5. Sure. And Salvanas. Conquer women, renowned all fair for my skill of love, but obviously, you know, I have nothing further to say to one another, I'm sure. Uh-huh. I'm gonna come back. I know there's, like, the back room, there's, like, slave ring, brothel stuff going on here, but I was kind of thinking of dealing with this later, just because I just want to do Nalia stuff quickly. So I think that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and take off.
You must gather your party.
Where shall I display my skill in it?
Sorry, we're gonna take a sleep first.
I await your
Talk to
word.
Bernie. Well, actually, you know what? No, we're gonna do a big trip through the wilds. We'll have to rest when we get to the other side.
Very well.
So let's go. Yeah, I think we have to go through the city gates before we can access the outside. You can also go to Watcher's Keep. Was this expansion content? What's the deal with the Watcher's Keep?
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
All right, wait, you have... 2 of you have names. Well, Eldarin is a race, isn't it? Type of elf? No, that's Eladrin. Maybe 2 of these are named. Flavors?
Yes?
All right, well... No, I don't think you're a mage. It's probably just you, although I'm not sure we can reach...
I await your need.
How can I help?
Oh, I didn't redo her spells. There you go. Eat wizard bullshit.
What is my task?
You shall suffer my wrath!
Well, you say kill more of the named ones.
For the needy!
What kind of stuff just...
On my honor.
What is this?
Yes?
Sword. That looks cool. Oh, right. I was going to probably just go... Arming sort of agility. Immune to hold and paralysis. Haste once per day. Short sword. A short sword of freedom. It's not going to be you. I guess you could use that as a melee weapon for now. Yeah, so you only have free action when you have it equipped. Yeah, we'll mostly keep you as a ranged person. That's going to have to be okay.
What is my task?
What is it now?
On my honor. I had to drop your item on the ground. I can carry no more.
Yeah. My bad. Oh, Oh, yeah, you can't wear it. Oh, because you already have a magic effect going on. Alright, Jahir's got the least HP. Or at least hit... yeah. Least hit points out of anyone else other than you, so... Mace +1, arrow +1. Well, you use a mace. Let's go and upgrade. Damn, that was a pretty valuable random fight. Plate mail +1. Yeah, unless I use a shield. I don't know, maybe I will start wearing this again. Short sword +1, and some arrows +1. We should stack and send to you. Keep using your plain arrows for now, though. Pulse main. And then let me just offload some random shit here. I'm sorry.
I shall go forth at your command.
That's an upgrade for you guys? Oh, alright. Seems pretty poor, but sure.
Yes. Done.
Alright. I can't save it this time, right, because it's a random encounter square. I'm sorry, did I just take damage? Oh, Berserker State ended.
As you ask.
Okay, legit.
It shall be.
You have a name.
What you want?
Perhaps you can help me. What do you mean? I'm a messenger sent by the High Merchant Trademeet to find someone to help in town. Look, adventurers. Who's this High Merchant? High Merchant Trademeet, willing to offer a substantial reward to everyone who helps Trademeet out of his difficulties. What difficulty is referring to? Town's under attack, forest animal. High Merchant thinks Druid may be responsible, having the manpower to find them and stop them. Why would Druids be attacking Trademeet? Nobody knows why we're being attacked. We've done nothing to deserve this. Oh, I'm sure. Not even positive Druids are responsible. They've never done anything like this before. Druids would not attack a town without cause. It would be an extreme reaction. Quill, it's definitely something we should investigate. Yep. Yeah, is there a reward? Not sure how much it is, but it will be a large one. That sounds great. Yeah, but how do I say yes? Who's this lord again? Worth? Where's this lord again? What difficulties? Where's this town? Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, I've been known to deal with such things in the past. Well, the pay best be bloody well worth it. If I'm to be wandering through the wilderness, hacking away at bears and squirrels and such other beasties. You will not, Korgan. There's a disturbance in nature that we're to restore. I will not have you swinging about heedless of the consequences. Baldur's Gate 2 does have a lot more character interaction, which is nice. I will if I wish to, you blasted tree hugger, pansy-eating dirt lover. I'll bite the head off a bloody dove if thought crossed me mind. You may wish to reconsider, Korgan. Doves can carry several diseases, and I wouldn't wish you vomiting and cramps simply for being an ignorant lout. I care not, you blasted twit. Open your mouth once more, and you'll have an axe hilt in it. I may be mocked by forest vermin. You're welcome to try. You're not the only one trained in martial skill. Remember that in the forest, you're my domain, an extreme disadvantage. Okie dokie there. Settle it down.
Prepare yourself.
What's your business? Well, I'm leaving town. Oh, you're talking to Bandon. Simple merchant, dealing spices and silks. Spices, that a fact. Stand and deliver. Why search you? No, really, there's no cause for that. I think there is. Here then. Is this some of your spices? Why, yes, they are. Though if you were to think them suspect, would a few gold in a sample turn your eye? A few gold, you see. I don't know. I think you'll find my spices well worth it. It is especially difficult to acquire lotus petals of such a dark hue, almost black. You can tap it for 3 mana of any color. You've a deal. On your way then. Thank you very much, good sir. I wonder if we find Bandon again later. Okay.
Yes.
Before I forget
Am I
again.
needed?
There's an inn here, although it's a little dangerous to make this trip out in the wilderness without the spells, but I'm still thinking I want to do this first. I don't think we need Shadow Door, although I know there's some really funny abuses you can do with Shadow Door. Well, I think in particular with Icewind Dale. Is Chaos? Baldur's Gate 2 Chaos. So the description says enemies. I think it does only target enemies, because I think it says it works like Confusion. I think Confusion says you target enemies with it. Cloud Kill is very powerful, but I don't think I want to mess with it right here. So we're going to memorize some Chaoses. Maybe I'll just get a second stone skin in case you burn through the first one. It's not ideal, but it'll do. And yeah, here we're going to get some flame arrows. Acid arrows. You know what? You'll be fine without a mirror image at this stage in the game. I think so. Anyway. One burning... you know what? I don't know if we need more burning hands. We'll just get you some erratic orbs for direct attack. So yeah, pretty like vanilla pool of things, but it's going to be okay.
Honor.
We could rest at this inn here, but I'm a little bit worried about time.
Consider it done.
So I'm just going to try to leave on the world map. Hope we don't get waylaid by enemies. And then we'll rest when we get there.
You have been waylaid by enemies.
Waylaid by
You
enemies.
must defend yourself.
Renfeld? Who the hell are you? Okay, there's a mage.
Please.
Yes, you have new
let
spells
me help.
available. I guess
Yes?
that's going to be fine. We've got enough range shit to maybe wail on the mage.
What is my task?
And Quill, why don't you just go ahead and Larlock's Minor Drain, because that is a
For
random
the
attack.
fallen!
Hopefully get an interruption. No, I don't board these
Stand
guys.
back, or you'll regret it.
Intruders are upon us. Kill them all! For you well know that we must leave no witnesses. Okay, I don't think the horror worked on anything, but that'll have to do.
On my honor.
Continue to target the mage, please.
With vengeance!
Oh, that thug is a cleric.
Creature, at speed, dear!
To battle and victory! Yes?
Oh, we need spell scrolls. Help me, help me. What's happened? My name is Renfeld, been poisoned. Beg you, take me as friends. A building not far away from here, please, I beg you. What would be my reward for doing this? Reward of nothing to offer aside from our gratitude to my friends. Fine. Where's this building exactly? Or I can attempt to heal you with magic. No use, already attempted to use to neutralize poison. Alright, where's the building? Large orange building in the southwest parts of the dock district. A man guarding a door, Rylock. Fine. Does seem timed. Fool is probably drunk, not even dying, Quill. Ooh, Enemon. Why must you concern yourself with every dealing we come across? Do as you wish. Honestly, I didn't expect the good character to be one calling me out for being too much of a goody-goody. That's pretty funny.
I'm ready for anything.
What is my task?
Oh, wait, I forget that.
If memory serves.
You've got the gem bag.
On my honor.
Now, I'm assuming we do have a time limit for this jackass. So I guess we're going to turn around Dock District? Oh, right. Docks District. Building in the southwest part of the Docks District.
Yes? Yes.
City gates, graveyard, slums, promenade, bridge, government, temple. Oh! It just looked like it was the exact proper cut for the map. Docks. All right. Oh, perhaps it's a good time to tell you something, Quill, seeing as you're leading us into docks and everything. Shadow Thief territory, which I have had a couple of run-ins with over the past few months. They don't tend to appreciate independent partners like myself. Last time they caught me operating in the city, I was told either to report to the head of the guild in the docks, Renal Bloodscalp, or suffer the consequences. Seems that Renal needs an outsider to deal with problem and was willing to trade my punishment by the guild for a service. Failure to go to him might be a bit messy. Now, I'm pretty safe with you, I think, but it's up to you. If we go and see Renal, we might be able to talk him into a reward, and it'll avoid complications later on. What do you think? Yeah, well, we actually do plan on talking to him anyway, so we'll say yes, whenever it's convenient. Let's hope he'll let us in without problems. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore it. We're looking for a big orange building. I mean, that's orange. That's orange. Southwest parts. Okay. So it's probably the Gallery Estates.
Very well. What is my task?
I'm going to ignore... Oh my god, we're splitting.
On my honor.
That's amazing. That's
Done.
just freaking fantastic.
Be merry, friend.
Sorry to disturb your train of thought. You're new to the city. I might lend a hand. What do you mean by help? Not much. Don't claim to be authority. Don't go out at night. Got shadow thieves. Yep, another guild fighting them. There, you told me. Feel better? Get lost now. Maybe if you want. Just thought I'd welcome a stranger to the city. Thank you, Mr. Exposition. We actually will travel this way, away from the Thieves Guild, or Shadow Thieves Guild. All because I'm just worried it'll, like, trigger a quest, and... It's very easy to get overwhelmed with too much content simultaneously. Alright, now go here as one group, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to pretend that this is just going to be an undiscovered map later, and we'll just do a full exploration then. Lost child. Nice blue shirt there on the sailor. There's Rylock.
What can it be now?
Something. Renfeld, by tomorrow. Thank you for bringing us to him. We're beginning to worry. I was either hoping reward for this good deed. Reward, I suppose so, for your trouble. Renfeld appears ill. Must take him inside immediately. Okay. Is my reward experience? 100 gold. Mm-hmm. And I think otherwise we were having to carry his stupid weight, so we didn't want that. I wonder if we could have gotten more if it hadn't gone that route.
What is my task?
Because that does happen sometimes, but...
Voice is ambrosia.
Svar? was wondering when you turned up. Zent had suspected our parting would not be permanent when last we met. It appears my suspicions are correct. Yeah, he's from Baldur's Gate 1. I'm not here to address you, heartless Harper wench. I'm here to appeal to your erstwhile companion Quill. What do you want? It's how you deal with those Harpers. It's obvious you're not a Harper yourself. Would be willing then to render me a service regarding them. What Harpers? What are you talking about? Oh, Harpers you delivered the poison man to. Were you too idiotic to know they were Harpers? Well, Jahir didn't say anything about it. Requiring your inadequate services for a job. Beware, Quill. The Harpers will not brook interference lightly, and this Zent will likely hold only the worst intention in his heart. Yes, I'm not asking you to walk in and slaughter them now. Am I tempting as that may be? I'm not such a blundering fool as your friends might suppose. Well, what is it you want? Brent Monteron has been taken captive by their irksome Harpers. I would have you enter their building and find Monty for me. Let's see. You want me to sneak into Harper Base? What would stop me from ending it the same as Monteron? Well, you're the one who knows them. They're not going to kill you just because you're looking for the whereabouts of a spy or a thief. What about my reward? Reward's not enough to save a fellow being in need? Very well, you shall have a reward in gold for your efforts and something else as well. I know certain information the mage who captured you in Renicus. I know where he is. My task and I'll tell you. Demand you tell me now! Never, I'll take the secret with me to the grave. Give me Monty. Alright, I will do as you wish. Doesn't mean I necessarily will, but we can at least tell him that. Go to their building, return once you found him. Short, halfling thief, even when your intellectual capacity can't miss him. Well, if you wish to investigate what happened to the spy, that is up to you, Will. I suggest caution, perhaps some common sense. The Harpers will even speak to us, which I doubt. They will certainly not reveal what they did with the halfling. Best not to ask them about him directly. Okay, we'll try to remember that when we actually get around to questing the zone later. I wonder how many false starts we're going to have trying to go to Nalia's home. I really want to talk to Crazy Selvin here. He's got a great name. It's very rainy in this town. Once again, we have been waylaid by enemies. More slavers. I don't think there's any spell. Well, this guy might be a spellcaster.
As you ask.
Let's just target him.
I will do it.
Maybe not. All right.
I will do what I must.
I am ready. I am willing.
Back there, Jahira.
I am right
Let's
behind.
back a little bit with all our ranged people.
Where can I glad to be of it?
Heck. It is I go.
Solid.
Head around a little. Oh, change targets.
For the fallen!
I guess that'll spread the damage up a little.
What time we got to business?
Yeah.
Did we get the runner?
On my honor, it shall be.
What do you need? I am skilled in avoidance.
Bunch of +1 weapons for us
Yes.
to sell. We're gonna have like a full inventory, and oops, that's not what I wanted to pick up. We're gonna have full inventory. I'm gonna have to go back to town right away. +1 short sword, carry that. +1 arrows, that can go to you. +1 short sword, carry that. I mean, maybe I'll teach you some of these spells. Well, you know what? Why don't you just hold on to the scrolls regardless? Oh, I forgot to go back to Joaquin's Promenade for a scroll case.
What is my task?
I'm not going to do that now. Oh my god, we're 43 minutes into this
Consider
episode.
it done.
That's because I keep getting interrupted. We finally made it! That's it. Wait, there's a palisade here? Then our guard fell back and the keep has fallen. It will be hard to save now. The palisade is to the west. Just tell me what we're up against. Or here. Damn, okay, I need to know what we're up against. I need to know now. Should have told you previously, but others abandoned me when they found out. We're beset by trolls. No kidding. Okay, memory checks out. Main assault began just a few nights ago. Worse still, they seem to have some sort of snake creatures with them. Okay. Yonti, right? Probably? Maybe? I think that's the right name. I'd never seen anything like that, but I guess I've never seen a lot of things. Trolls are dangerous enough. I've heard they're permanently killed only by fire acid. I don't know a thing about the other... See, this is the sort of thing, though, you should tell people about. Or at least, you know, make sure to bring lots of fire and acid. Why? No reason. Maybe they were driven here by the elves or by the new settlement stouts of Tether. I don't know their numbers. I only know we must rescue my family. Need more information. A frontal assault would be a slaughter. Enter north of the palisade through a secret door along the wall of the keep. I used to sneak out at night. Auntie never approved, but I didn't care. We should go soon. Waiting will just make it worse. I'll try to lead once we're inside. After we find Dalison, we can concentrate on the trolls. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to go ahead and put a cut in here. Long episode. But we finally made it to Keep. We will have a little sleep. Okay, Trademeet, Windspear Hills, and we got this Watcher's Keep. All right, we got lots of places. I feel like this DLC content, I don't know if that's true. Not certain. We're going to have a nap over here. We'll get our new spells put in. That's going to be okay. And yeah, I guess Quill's going to keep going with the plate armor. That AC is going to be pretty good. I think we've got enough fire. Well, I don't need this. Maybe I'll keep a couple burning hands just in case. And then I'll go ahead and pick up a second identify again. So we got lots of options for burnifying things. And assuming we'll be able to rest and recharge it from time to time, that'll be good. And I don't know. For all I know, a lot of times when you have missions like this in games, they do end up giving you items that you can use. That's the wrong person. Items that you can use, trolls, like we'll be picking up a lot of potions of like fire or some shit like that, you know? So it could be that we're gonna be fine soon enough. We'll see. You know, maybe I'll go and unequip this once we start using it automatically. Although I think we're gonna end up with a lot of +1 arrows and stuff in this game. Yeah. And I don't know who, I do like Korgan, right? And he's evil. So it feels like a good fit. I'm curious because if I recall correctly, we can switch this guy's alignment around a little bit. And he could be our cleric, but Viconia, that's her name. Viconia is also a cleric. And we used her in the last game, and it would be great to have her back. So it does feel like Animan might end up being on the redundant list. Even though it's quite interesting. Oh, your shield has stuff. You have a family shield. Whoa. Shit, dude. That's a good shield. Wow. Quite strong. Wisdom kind of sucks for getting bonus spells. Yeah, overall your stat total is kind of on the low side, right? Low dex for like dexterity benefits and things like that. You don't even get to take advantage of your fighter side for the constitution bonus. And your strength is, I mean, it's fine, but I guess it's not godly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be our permanent party. We'll see. But for now, we're going to put a cut in here. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.